Yes, sir. Look around my neck. You see this around my neck?
Yeah, I see it.
I just bought that chain for $10. That's
all right.
Hand in hand.
Get the
Attention.
Dad, get them off.
Sit there swearing.
Most people think that as long as you follow the law, you've got nothing to worry about. But that's not always the case, especially when the ones breaking the rules are the cops themselves. When corrupt cops show their true colors on camera, it becomes clear just how easily power can be abused. In this video, you'll see exactly what happens when officers cross the line.
I'll be honest with you. Nothing down there at all. Nothing.
Some cops were trained to act like tyrants because no one held them accountable for their own mistakes for years. They're not looking for criminals, they're looking for victims who can help them show off their authority. And this young man became one of those victims. It all started when the police saw him buying a fake gold chain on the street. That was enough for them to make up an excuse and escalate the situation.
Spit it out! 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 I will break your teeth. Don't spit it out. Spit! Spit! Dude, don't make me put my flashlight in your mouth. You don't. Spit! 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 Spit!
We can hear it in your mouth. Spit it.
All right, clean up. All right, clean up, clean up, clean up. Open your mouth, open your mouth. Hey, swallow. You. Hey, swallow. Open. All the way.
Pick up. No, you're not grabbing
Open your
it.
mouth.
No.
Open your mouth. There it is. Open your mouth.
The man tried to explain to the cops what he was doing, but it didn't matter. No matter how logical his explanation was, he didn't know they were already making up their minds about him that night. All they needed now were more excuses, and that's exactly what they were coming up with. He was accused of drug dealing for no reason at all, and that was just the beginning.
We just sit there and watch y'all do a hand-to-hand right there.
Look.
Stop.
Yes, sir. Look around my neck. You see this around my neck?
Yeah, I see it.
I just bought that chain for $10. That's
all right.
Hand in hand.
No.
Honestly, that's what hand in hand.
Ma'am, would you like to go to jail? The steps
Sir,
back
honestly,
over there.
that's what.
I'm not playing. This
Step
is
over
what I
there.
want.
Yeah, step over there, sir. I just said, yes, sir, step over there. Let's do what he said. Sir, I'll be honest with you. You asked that guy?
Oh, we got the other guy.
The only thing, yeah, the only thing I'm not gonna play at all.
Hey, they good over there? Or they
They work here. They work here.
No, I'm not talking about you.
Honestly, okay. Honestly, God, look around my neck. You see this little chain?
Mr. Patterson, I'm not playing with you.
Honest to God. Oh, get around my neck.
The illegal arrest was followed by, you guessed it, an illegal search. The cops didn't have a warrant and the man's consent, but they were desperate to justify everything they had already done. It's clear they were just trying to find anything that could make the situation worse, but hold on, these corrupt cops are about to show their true colors on camera.
Mr. Patterson, I'm not playing with you.
My wife didn't want me to buy it. I bought a $10 chain from him. This little fake chain around my neck. I gave him $10. And that's honest to God truth.
Where'd she go?
That's the honest to God truth. I bought this chain from him around my neck. That's the only thing. That's what I bought from him. And that's the honest to God truth. There's nothing down here. I'll be honest with you. There's nothing down there at all. Nothing down there. It's right there. That's the only. I didn't have anything. It's honest to God truth. And I got a prescription for that. Attorney Jolly is my attorney, and I have a prescription for the surgery that I got from the doctor when I got my teeth cut out. I'm missing about 7 teeth, I think. At the top. I have a prescription for that.
You have a prescription for a $20 bill? Your prescription for $20.
Since they didn't find anything, the cops were disappointed. You'd think that this would be enough, and that they'd finally leave the man alone, right? Well, not really, because from this point on, things only get worse. The cops acted like their lies were the truth, and honestly, there's nothing more dangerous than a cop that thinks he's above the law. Just listen to their own weak excuses.
Bill?
The only Percocet is the only thing that I had.
Towards the
No
left,
prescription for
where
that.
the alleyway is.
Anything else? I'm not one of these drug dealer boys out here. You see how old I am? And I can tell you that.
We need one car to drive all the way around the back of the
You know exactly where they are.
so we can get him in a car.
Now I can tell you exactly where the dealers are.
In your car, let's drive him around. I'm gonna go over here and check where to go. They got ride them for engagement.
Okay.
I'm a good guy. I'm really a good
All right, let's go. Hey, yeah, that's his money too. Let me get that.
Yeah, just put in there that we watched him swallow whatever item he had.
All right.
That way,
let's go.
when he starts dying because of it.
Look directly at the face of the
All right,
building.
hop in.
You hear me out there?
Probably between 3 or 4 cars.
Well,
down
what did you
the back of the
swallow?
car.
That's the first.
The cops kept saying over and over they didn't find anything during the search, not because the man was innocent, but because he must have swallowed whatever drugs he bought. Can you see how far these cops are willing to go? It's insane to treat someone like a criminal just for buying something on the street and then claim they're a drug dealer. If that logic were real, everyone would have to be arrested.
Because if you ingested something, I can't transport you.
Just put in there that we watched him swallow whatever item he had.
Sir, no, only thing, yeah, only thing
So I need to
did.
know.
Yes, sir. I
So
just
what you
told I did.
ingest?
My Percocet that the doctor gave me. That's
Okay.
it.
All right, take a seat.
That's what I
Take a
ingested.
seat.
Harvey, where you're at in that breezeway, there was a twisted black baggie. I don't know if it had anything in it or not, but if you follow that path through the corridor and then back towards my car, that's where you put the first item. And who is coming this way with the car?
Hey. He wants an ambulance.
For what?
He said he's not feeling good. He knows what he swallowed. He said he swallowed a Percocet, but now he's wanting an ambulance.
A man asks for medical help, and instead of calling an ambulance immediately, the cops casually coordinate meet-up spots like they're planning lunch. One even admits he can't press charges without evidence, yet they're still fishing for confessions. This isn't how the law works, it's how cover-ups start. And when cops start talking like lawyers but act like bullies, it's only downhill from here.
Let's pull down here and we'll all meet up together.
Okay, where do you want to pull?
Right down here was where Phillips and them are when they chased the other guy.
Okay.
Anybody coming with the car? We're coming around here now. We got our own guy. I'm talking to the other ones that are just walking around.
All right. Go ahead, have a seat at a table. I don't care. Just have a seat.
Notice how quickly the cops play doctor, deciding the man must have taken fentanyl, not because of proof, but based on vibes. Instead of focusing on his safety, they jump to conclusions and prepare to pass false information to medics. This was all about building a case, even if they had to invent the details. When suspicion replaces evidence, someone's rights are already gone.
The first thing they're going to want to know, and the thing I should tell them on the radio before they get here so they can prepare, is what exactly did you ingest? Because I don't think it was Percocets.
Sir, it was Percocet that the doctor gave me when they cut all my teeth out. But that's all that I had. I was only buying.
Like I said, if you give them the wrong medication, it's only going to hurt you, man.
Yes, sir. That's what we think.
He's saying Percocets. He's still sticking to that.
Yeah, well, it probably is Percocets. Pressed peel Percocets, which is fentanyl.
That's what I was assuming.
Did you grab a stick?
I can. I just didn't want him to wander off.
Oh no, have a seat back your car till you're done.
Okay. Well, he told me to take him out. Just.
At this point, the cops spot another young man who runs as soon as he sees them. That was enough for them to lose all restraint. They don't try to calm the situation or find out why he's scared. They go straight to force. Running while black near these cops is treated like a crime in itself. And sadly, this is just the moment they start showing who they really are.
You just put your hands on your head.
Oh, I wasn't doing that.
Put your hands on your head. Keep them on your head. Did you just buy some crack?
Oh, no.
Where you going behind that bush? One running towards La Quinta, black bell, dreads, stand by. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Come here! Hey, you just dropped something! Hey, get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Hey, you haven't taken his pocket the entire time.
Hey, right here, right here! He's running right there!
The man is down. That's still not enough. One cop shouts that he'll shoot him in the back again and again just for not moving fast enough. This is a threat to execute someone already under control. Then they mock him for panicking, throw around commands like they're in a war zone. And yet the worst part of their behavior is still coming up.
You better stop! Yeah! Put your hand behind your back! Put your hands behind your back! Give me your hand! Behind my back! That's behind your back! Now! Put your hand behind your back! Put your hand behind your back!
I got it.
Hey, he threw the one bag over.
Yeah, it'll be.
Put it behind your back!
That was just.
Well, he threw it right over here.
Blackmail and custody. You got cuffs?
Oh, yeah. I thought you had some.
Here's these.
Next time, I tell you to stand in front of the car.
Let go of my radio.
Want to listen?
Move it. Here.
Mine's in the parking lot of the La Quinta. You can just roll the windows.
Up secure.
Now they start piecing together a story, one that fits their version of events. They haven't even searched the man properly, but they're already certain he dropped a gun. No facts, just guesses, and every guess leans toward guilt. Once they find something, it becomes the thing he was reaching for, no matter when or where it was found, and soon that narrative will spiral completely out of control.
Digging in his bag. But he threw the bag right over.
Have we checked him good?
Now, we haven't even got a chance.
Check him good real quick.
Roll over.
Let me go recover this bag.
We're gonna, the bag's right over there.
Away.
Hey, but the bag, he was dumping stuff the whole time.
Yeah, he dropped something up here at the top, too.
We dropped it. I think he might have dropped the gun.
Yeah.
Way back there.
Hey, keep him right here.
The yellow car is in front of La Quinta.
Sit back.
On the left side. And walk back down here to the interstate. We're pretty sure he dropped a gun.
Hey, we need to go.
Yeah, well, I got small. Just whatever he had.
I got the gun. I got the gun.
You got it? Good.
I got it. This is what he was reaching for.
Hey, but.
Hold on, Gator. Hold on.
Here you go.
Start at the back
of my car.
Now the cops are tossing around drugs, barking at bystanders, and bragging about nearly running the suspect over. One officer openly admits he considered hitting the man with his car, as if that's something to joke about. Their anger is louder than their judgment, and the arrest is more like revenge than procedure. And the further they go, the less they bother hiding it.
towards the left.
Where
Got a little bit of crack right here, too.
alleyway is.
Something.
He threw something
In between the cars.
up against the face of the building.
And we need one car.
We need one car.
All the way around.
Get off that phone. Get off that phone.
So we can get him in a car.
Get off that phone. You don't control nothing. You're under arrest. You got it?
Yeah.
All right?
I'm going to back your car that way.
Talking about playing with light cement.
Dude.
Almost got shot.
Yeah. I saw what you were doing. I told you, man.
And you better be glad I decided to hit the brakes and not take you out completely with my car. Because I saw you
Hey,
looking in your hand. I should
Bark.
You want to start walking?
Yeah.
Put it in here.
All right. Well, we got a car coming. Wait, we got a car coming. We don't want to lose anything either.
We're not going to lose nothing.
All right.
Wait till the car gets back here. We'll put him in the car, then we'll start doing our search.
All right.
Now they're shifting into performance mode, playing detectives, throwing out guesses and mocking the people they're detaining. With zero proof, they start lecturing about hand-to-hand transactions behind a bush, as if sarcasm counts as evidence. One cop even tries to bait a confession mid-conversation, but what they'll do with that false confession is even worse.
In through your nose, out through your mouth.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Anybody coming
with the car?
Hey, we need a car.
No, we got our own guy.
We need a car.
I'm talking to
the other ones that are just walking around.
You want to stay here? You want to go grab your car real quick?
Huh?
You want to grab your car real quick?
Go ahead. Do you know the way he ran? I think we both do. When he got behind that first, something went out because I couldn't see what he was doing. Just go, but so we don't lose anything. Just go. I'll stand here. I just don't want to lose any more evidence.
Next time, don't do hand-to-hand transactions behind a bush with all the police.
Yeah, we're watching y'all, man.
That's not pretty smart. Yeah.
Listen, well, I know y'all ain't gonna, but if y'all were looking at me, you'll see I was coming from down the street.
But you know what? Y'all, no, let me tell you what happened. You want me to tell you what I saw? You and that other guy in the gray and the guy in the red all went behind the bushes.
The guy in the red.
Yeah, the guy you went and talked to behind the bushes.
Behind the bushes?
Yeah. You know I stopped the first guy, right?
Yeah.
You were walking with, and he went. Okay, we're not going. Yeah.
Okay.
But I did. I'm telling you what we saw.
Although the full story of this event isn't entirely clear, that doesn't really matter because we've already seen what it looks like when cops completely lose control of themselves and their actions. Tell me, do these officers deserve punishment for what they've done? Because if it were up to me, they'd be fired on the spot. But if you thought they were bad, just wait until you see the next case. This time, a cop was bored during the third shift, so he decided to approach a man who was working late at night on a car with his son. He didn't need a crime, just an excuse to approach someone, and that's exactly what happened here. But talking to people who've done nothing wrong isn't the worst thing this cop will show.
Is this your vehicle? Father? Yeah, do you guys have your IDs on you?
No.
Not at all?
Yeah. Tell us what we did wrong?
Yeah, you're in a business area. And it's all closed, and I don't know this is your dad's vehicle. Actually, why don't you have a seat? Have a seat right here.
Oh, the door open? Actually.
Have a seat.
Sorry, I don't listen to you.
Have a seat. 318, can I get a second? You have a seat right here.
Don't touch me.
Have a 10-10.
Get him off!
I said get on the ground.
The moment the man asked what they did wrong, the cop's tone shifted. He wasn't looking for answers, he was looking for obedience. When that didn't come instantly, he turned to force. He barked orders, shoved him, and demanded submission without ever explaining the reason. Asking for clarity became a threat to his authority, and his reaction is about to get even more reckless.
All right.
There's a cop on me! Get him off! You're choking me! Get him off! Jonathan, record this!
I said get on the ground. I don't know what you're doing.
What did I do
wrong?
wrong?
On the ground right now.
What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Is your camera on?
Yeah, it's on.
Get the off of me! Ow! Get off!
Leo, roll on your stomach.
No! I'm not listening to you! Get the off of me! Start recording. End the call.
318.
End the call, start recording, please. End the call, start recording.
Get another unit here.
Yeah, ID number. Where's the sheriff?
Stay right there.
Get the of me. Ow! Ow!
On the ground.
Why?
Because I said.
911.
What did we do wrong?
Yeah,
I told you what.
What's the charge?
What's the charge? Get the you're hurting me!
To the Constitution, because I did. I'm just wondering that, you know, like, I'm a veteran.
Am I under arrest? Tell me, am I under arrest?
You're being detained.
Over what? Over what?
The man reminded the cop he had no probable cause, and he was absolutely right. The Fourth Amendment protected him from exactly this kind of abuse, but the cop wasn't interested in the law. He pinned the man on the ground based on nothing more than a baseless assumption about a car. When asked to explain, he had nothing, just a bruised ego after lashing out.
I hope you lose your job over this, seriously. I hope you do.
We're here. We're allowed to be here.
I don't know that.
Working on it.
I don't.
That's my car.
Hey,
That's my car.
I don't know this is your car. It looked like somebody was breaking into your car. I did.
So that's your estimate?
No probable cause? No investigation? Just put him down?
Just gonna jump up on me, huh? Real gang member, huh? Real big man, huh?
Have the shop behind Douglas Radiator.
The f with me.
I don't know that.
Lose
Okay, well, I'll wait till my partners get here until we get
the f with me.
You have no reason, you have no probable cause.
I do.
Over what? Say it. Say your legal probable cause.
The man had the keys to the car. That alone should have ended the confrontation. Instead, the cop kept pressing, ignoring both facts and the Constitution. He refused to give his badge number, something he was legally required to do under most department policies. But the cop didn't want compliance, and his misuse of authority was only getting more obvious.
Legal probable cause.
They have keys to the car.
With me.
I'm recording, yeah.
318, how far are the units out?
That's who you are.
It's like you never read the Constitution, man.
And I hope you lose your job. Big fun and lose your job.
What's up, tyrant?
Yeah, put the light on the camera. Go ahead. Saw your face already. Got it. Don't worry. Want your ID number? You're legally required. Give me your ID. Give me your ID. Go on.
One from the station and one.
You keep pressure on me. Yeah, badge number. You're legally supposed to.
Roll over on your stomach.
No! Why would I listen to you? Oh yeah, knee on my face too. Yeah, you're a real big man. You're a shit pig. I hope you know that.
Okay.
I didn't do shit.
02 and route from 395 and 90.
Keys to the car.
Asked him his name. He didn't want to give it to me.
Legally not required to.
Because he's not doing anything criminal.
I don't know that.
Yes, you do.
Call doing an investigation. A real one, not this.
You're swat.
I hope you lose your job.
Even after confirming the man had keys to the vehicle, the cop kept pushing, twisting his wrist, pinning him down, refusing to explain the reason for the force. This was no longer a detention, it had turned to physical abuse. Under Graham versus Connor, any use of force must be reasonable based on the threat. Aggression was still far from reaching its peak.
Okay.
Big old fine. Hope your family gets off. Yeah, real big. Oh.
Yep, get some backup here for somebody who's got the keys. You're gonna find out whose car it is.
Okay, well then that's all I wanted to do.
Lose your goddamn job.
I wanted to make.
Pull on me. I ain't doing.
Stop.
I ain't doing. I am to myself. My hands are to my goddamn self. You are hurting me.
I'm not even on you.
You are my hand backwards. My hand does not twist that way.
But you know this.
Yeah, that's you right there. It'll get posted everywhere. You'll lose your job. I hope so. Yeah, put your knee on me. Tyrant piece of communist. Yeah, you hear that, child? With get the f off of me.
302 and 102.
Low life scum piece.
Put him in handcuffs. Hit this guy right here.
Over what?
The man kept asking what he had done, but the cops never gave him an answer. They were too busy forcing his arms behind his back while he lay on the ground. One of them still claimed they didn't even know if the car was his. After all the shouting, violence, and threats, they hadn't confirmed the most basic detail. Soon you'll see what happens when corrupt cops show their true colors on camera.
For what? What'd I do? Over what?
Hey, don't move.
What did I do?
Let me get his hand. I got his hand. I got his hand. I got his hand.
Are any of you gonna listen? No.
No! He just went up and punked him.
Okay, we're good. Give me your other hand. Give me your other hand. Give me your other hand.
You break my phone, you're paying for it.
Give me your hand.
I ain't doing shit.
Give me your hand.
Hey, look at how big man you guys are.
Give me your hand.
Big man, huh? Oh yeah.
Put your hand behind your back.
Hey, chill. We're breaking the law right now.
Well, we don't know that, do we?
Come over and handcuff me, because it's my car, tyrant. Come on. Hey, it's my car.
I don't know that.
The moment the man mentioned he had a legal concealed carry permit, the cop reacted like it was a threat. Instead of following protocol, he twisted the man's fingers behind his back while mocking him. The man's legal rights didn't matter. The more he spoke, the rougher it got, and that was enough to provoke another wave of aggression.
Why don't you do the research instead of wrapping him up?
I asked them who they were, and I asked for their IDs.
And what'd they say?
Fuck you. I don't need to listen
Well,
to you.
I don't. He's a smartass like that, but you have no. You
Listen,
didn't
you
see a
have to
crime.
use
You didn't see a crime yet.
I did. Yes.
Where?
I
No, you
saw.
didn't.
I drove.
It's my car.
I don't know that.
Oh, my hands are right here. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, because we're gonna get through all this. And by the way, I'm a CCW, and it's fine of me. So don't say, oh, now you're gonna come bully me.
Don't grab my fingers. Stop it. Hey, put your hands back here.
What do you want? He's over here wrapping my fingers.
We're going to
like
detain you.
Bully.
We're going to
Now
detain you.
he's doing the same shit he did to my son. Go ahead.
Yeah, welcome to Gardnerville.
Got him.
You feel safer now?
Where's the gun?
On the right side.
The man calmly stated that he had a gun and a concealed carry permit, which under the law he had every right to do. Instead of following protocol, the cops reacted with hostility, as if a legal firearm was a direct threat. They ignored every part of his compliance and treated the situation like a standoff. This was just panic in uniform.
I got it. I got a gun here.
I got a gun.
Yeah. Tyrants. I have the shop, if you're listening for the fourth time, behind Douglas. I told you when I came up screaming at you because you're over.
I don't just watch him. He's fine.
You guys all think you're big guys. Above the law. Constitution, everything. This piece of
You're going to jail.
Oh, I'm going to jail over what? Over what?
Search.
I'm going to jail over what?
Obstructing.
Obstructing. No, yeah, do your job. Where is your boss? Who's the one to strike? Who's the one to know? Where?
I want your sergeant now.
Where's the sergeant? Now. Which one's your sergeant? Not you. Not you over there, big boy. Not you. Where's the sergeant?
Getting the Betty so they can make the law out of my car.
After everything that had happened, the cop casually rewrote the story, claimed he had only stopped because he saw two people near a car door. He left out the aggression, the forced detention, and the violent handling of both the man and his son. He said they were cooperative, yet his first move had been to force one of them to the ground. The lies were just starting to pile up.
You did with my son, you tyrant.
I wasn't doing that, you tyrant.
Oh yeah, I'm the tyrant.
What's your dad's name?
Of course you did, but you're ignorant.
I haven't run anything. I just drove by and I saw two guys going in the back door. So I contacted him and he was cooperative. Asked him what his name was. He told me to fuck off.
He's going in this back door here?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, the bar?
So I told him to come have a seat. He came over and stood over there.
Timmy's shop.
For me yelling.
Yeah, it's Timmy's shop. I'm gonna call. I'll call him here in a second.
I'm tyrant.
What's your name? What's your dad's name?
It's not my dad.
Who is that?
It's my friend.
Is that your brother then?
Nope. Helping them work on a vehicle.
Yeah. What's your name?
Mike Simon. Run the plates. Please.
All right. Are you gonna listen to me?
I don't know.
So if I'm a cop, I am. I'm driving by. Your car's right there. I see two guys getting in the back door.
The cop tried to explain away the use of violence by saying one of the men cursed at him, but that was his entire justification for using force, just words. But under the law, swearing at a cop is not a crime, and it's definitely not probable cause. Ordering someone to sit without legal grounds is an unlawful command, but he is far from done here.
I contact them to see if they're
stuff.
Would you shut the fuck up?
No, please tell me, Joe. Please.
I'm trying to explain where I'm coming from.
I got it.
I don't know that's your car.
All you had to do was light him up and ask him. And
I did.
And then stay right here.
I did.
Have him call his father.
That kid that's on the ground right there fucking sat down like I asked because I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
He's a veteran. Of course he's going to be a little bit more
The other
compliant.
kid told me. So what's that make me think? Does that make it think
Does
that
it
that's
make
your car?
you any slam him on the ground? And
I asked him to have a seat.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's breaking into your car.
You know what unlawful order is? Especially when you don't have probable cause.
That is probable cause.
The cop openly admitted he slammed the man to the ground after being told he didn't have to listen. He claimed the man pulled away, but by that point he had already decided how this would end. There was no hesitation in his voice, only frustration that someone dared question him. Honestly, he was stupid to admit this on camera at all, but we couldn't expect anything less from a tyrant like him.
See, this kid and that guy getting into the back door of that car. So I turn around and come back. I say, whose car is this? They say, don't worry about it. What did we do wrong? I said, you're in a closed business area. I had to have him come step over here. He stepped over there. This kid was on the tire. I said, hey, come have a seat. He's like, listen to you. So I slammed him on the ground. I went to go grab him to pull him over there, and he pulled away, so I killed him on the ground. Dad came over and me. So I'm taking him for obstruction. I'm going to take him for obstruction too. Who's fired? I don't know. It's only is.
This corrupt cop tried one more time to frame his actions as reasonable. He claimed he would have done the same thing if it had been two strangers breaking into a car, completely ignoring the fact that it wasn't. The man explained why the car was there, why they were behind the building, and why his son got defensive, but of course none of that mattered.
You want me to take him out of handcuffs? No. Not yet? Okay. Have a seat. This one.
Well, can I lean against it?
Yeah,
Because it kind of hurts with the handcuffs being smashed. I did, and it smashed in my
Are you going to listen to me and
wrist.
stop interrupting?
Go ahead. Spew your spew.
You're not gonna, you don't care anyways.
It's past the point, isn't it?
So if there was two guys breaking into a car,
I'd want you to wrap them up, but unfortunately it was my kid that you actually twisted up, like you came over and twisted my shit up.
I asked him to have a seat on the ground.
Like you came over. That's an unlawful order. He was not doing it.
Can
you see it from ours?
Too.
Sure, go ahead, because I'm obstructing.
Can you, hold on, let's double lock really quick.
My shop's unlocked, now my car's unlocked.
What shop is yours?
Behind Douglas Radiator.
Why's the car parked here then?
Because we get a ticket if you park out in the street.
So if I call Timmy?
When the man offered to call someone to clear things up, the cop ignored him and kept nitpicking over where the car was parked. He had already made up his mind, and no amount of reasoning was going to change that, confirming exactly who he was. But even when the facts were handed to them, the cops stayed focused on control, not truth.
He's not gonna know he's gonna
call him. Grab my phone and call him, buddy.
Yeah, you can't park it. You want me to get his horsepower? The kid's sitting on the ground.
I already have his. Okay. It's right there on his side. I do.
Do you have a bag in here?
Yeah, on the plastic or the bag right there.
Okay.
I'll put your
glasses in your
that ID is his.
Oh, the ID is his?
Both the man and his son were sent to jail, and the only reason the cop gave was obstruction. He acted like this outcome was their fault for not obeying fast enough, as if hesitation justified arrests. The cop needed someone to blame, and he had already picked his targets, and he was ready to bury them under false charges.
Is the veteran locked up too?
No.
So he can lock up the shop?
He's sitting there. What's his name?
Jonathan.
He wants you to lock up his shop, okay? Because they're both going to jail.
May I ask why?
For obstructing. If they would have done what you did, none of this would have happened.
It's off your wall.
Your wall's right there, man.
I drove by. I drove by. I see two guys getting there.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
Kid's a little.
And then that kid, what the fuck are you doing?
But yeah.
And I asked him to have a seat. He tells me to fuck off.
The cop claimed that if the kid had just handed over his ID and called his dad, none of this would have happened. But that's not how rights work. People don't have to earn decent treatment by submitting on command. The moment someone questions authority, the cop treats it like resistance. He never cared if the car was theirs. He cared that someone had the nerve to talk back.
What do you think's gonna happen? I don't know if you guys are breaking into this car or not. All I wanted to do was confirm it was his car. If you would have said, here's my ID, call my dad, I'd have been gone 20 minutes ago. All right. He wants you to lock up the car, though.
Yeah, that car can't be parked like that.
Hey, bro. Here, can you put your flashlight on there? I don't know, man.
How about what?
No. You said 1010?
Yeah.
We just heard how far, where the next units are. I didn't hear 1010.
Yeah.
Did you hear 1010? I know. You got him. What's up? Where's your shop? Just go to his shop. You know where your shop is at? He said he did have permission?
Maybe, in the end, the cop thought he did the right thing, but the truth is, he made a complete fool of himself and made a perfect example of how a cop shouldn't behave. Have you ever come across a cop who thought he was above the law and could do whatever he wanted? Tell us in the comments. And now, let's move on to the next case. Speaking of times when cops showed their true colors on camera, this next case takes us all the way to a public meeting in Edison, New Jersey, where a political activist and mayoral candidate known as the Jersey Watcher clashed with local police and municipal officials while trying to attend the event. He came to the meeting prepared, but the moment the officers realized he understood his rights and the situation clearly, everything started to escalate.
I got my stuff on the table. No, I'm gonna write it. I'm gonna write it for you. Chris. You just grab, bro. You just grab my arm and just throw me out. I will. Bullshit. You guys know how to not do your job everywhere else, but you can throw me out of a public meeting. I'm not creating. I'm on public property. I'm not creating a disturbance.
You're yelling. You're creating a disturbance.
I'm not creating a disturbance.
You're gonna be arrested.
I'm not creating a disturbance.
You're gonna be arrested, Mr. Christo.
Bro, I'm not creating a disturbance.
You are.
You are forcing me. This is a felony, forcing me around the public building.
You were trespassing in our parking lot before.
I wasn't being. I was trespassing in your parking lot.
The sign that says no trespassing?
Are you kidding me?
The sign says
I'm
no
gonna
trespassing.
do a big report on you.
You can do a great report on me.
I'm gonna do a big report on you.
You need to go.
But no, I don't need. Am I being trespassed?
Chris, you gotta leave. Let's go. Chris, come on.
You need to go.
Am I being trespassed?
I'm gonna get your stuff, and you're gonna have to go.
Am I being trespassed?
You're creating a disturbance.
I'm not creating any disturbance.
Jersey went on to criticize the police and other officials for their actions, behavior, and, in his words, because he raised his voice, swore, and insisted he had a right to attend the meeting, the police asked him to leave. However, that's not how the law works, and these officers started acting based on their emotions. From that moment on, their main goal was to get him out of the building.
You're creating a disturbance at.
There is no public meeting. I'm in a public lobby.
Josh, grab the stuff. We're gonna send him
I'm
out.
asking a legal question. Am I being trespassed?
Dude, you're asked to leave. Just leave.
This bullshit. Call the Edison Police Department.
Chris, we're here.
Todd's getting IA
Chris,
reports. He
Chris,
grabbed me out of a
Chris,
meeting,
stop
and I wasn't
screaming.
even
Chris,
asked.
stop,
I wasn't even
stop.
asked to leave.
Do me a favor. Stop screaming.
At least when you
Stop
grabbed me, you
screaming.
didn't squeeze my arm.
Do me a favor. Stop screaming. I want to get your stuff. Let's walk out of here, right? I don't
The
want
council
you.
people
Can
didn't
you-
ask
can you
for
look-
me to be
dude, I'm-
removed. Todd, it doesn't have the.
Okay.
Todd
Dude,
doesn't
hold
even
on.
have the
Do me a
question.
favor.
That's
Do
recorded.
not scream.
That-
Do not scream.
Number one,
here.
in the meeting's probably being recorded now. So
Well,
it's
the door's
legal.
locked, so
But
he's going to grab your
at the end
stuff
of
and
the
you're going to
day-
leave. Chris,
At the
stop.
end of the day,
Chris, stop.
Fire chief,
Chris, stop.
you saw them not ask me to be removed. They said I could be removed. And then he took it upon himself to remove me. That was a big mistake. Bags and
All right, come on.
tires
Let's
in
come
there.
out.
No, don't touch me. Don't touch me. You're violating my 6-foot space now. You know I don't have a mask on. Lieutenant Todd just removed me from...
Captain Todd.
Captain Todd?
Yes.
So you got promoted?
Yes.
Okay, if I win mayor, you're going to get demoted.
Okay.
So at the end of the
I'm not
day...
mayor, so that's stuff I don't have to worry about, do I?
Say that again?
I don't have to worry about that now, do I?
Why not? Why wouldn't you have to worry about that, Todd?
Chris, let's party. Come on. You need to go.
Come on, let's go. Todd, you removed me from a public meeting without being asked by the council president.
From a council meeting that you were creating a disturbance at.
I wasn't creating
and now
a
what you're
disturbance.
doing is you're creating
No,
a
I
disturbance
didn't.
here.
I walked up to the police officer.
Instead of giving a clear trespass warning, cops dragged him out first and tried to sort out the justification later. And that's not how the law works. A trespass order requires notice, which is something they never gave out. He was removed without a directive, without cause, and without authority from anyone actually running the meeting. But this wasn't even close to the end.
Let the police officer know being trespassed.
Now you're being escorted out of the property. Let's go.
I have to wait till you have to tell me I'm trespassed. I'm trespassed.
Let's go. Come on. Walk out, right?
Fine. You see how stupid? How they don't even tell you when you're trespassed and they try to remove you from the building. Idiots. And then this guy wants to act nice when I came in here. Complete bullshit telling me I can't go up in the mayor's office. All right, I'm gonna do reports on all three of you. Violating my civil rights. I'm allowed in the meeting. First of all.
Right here.
So
you're stepping out of the property. Step outside of township property.
Are you aware that when they remove you from the meeting that you can stand outside the doors?
All right, Chris. Stand outside the doors.
You're removing me completely out of it. You're removing Todd.
Chris, come on. Let's go.
I didn't break any law. Yourself.
Why would you say something like that?
I'm moving because I'm just making space.
Even outside the building, the cops kept pushing. They acted like his presence near the doors was still a violation, despite the fact that standing outside a public meeting room is perfectly legal. The moment they removed him, he had the right to stand at a public space, but they didn't care. They wanted him to disappear.
Why? Because you violated my civil right, man.
No, you know, I have rights too, and everyone up in there in that room has rights.
So you guys can't say
I'm
using it to stab or whatever.
Chris, just walk out. Walk off the property.
Have a great night.
No.
Have a great night.
No.
In here, Chris. Chris, don't step in here.
Huh? Actually, when you trespass someone, it's only outside of that council room. It's only outside of the council room.
Just keep going.
I'm gonna shut this off. We're inside.
Out of the whole building, when they remove someone from the council meeting, it's only outside of the doors, and Lawyer Northgate spoke to me about this before.
You're creating a disturbance.
I'm not creating any disturbance.
I'm
not creating any disturbance. I'm not creating any disturbance, and I'm just going to give,
What is it you're doing?
I want to continue to record outside there, which is my legal right outside.
No.
I can't. You're the one who wants
You're removed because you were creating...
The cops started throwing around legal terms they clearly didn't understand. They claimed he was being disorderly, but there was no shouting, no threats, just someone calmly insisting on his rights. They mixed up removal and trespass, ignored the difference, and used it all to justify keeping him out. Maybe they thought they were doing good, but all they did was getting desperate to shut him down.
Disturbance. You need to go.
Weren't you a Marine?
Yeah.
You were a Marine.
That's correct.
And you're violating my civil rights.
I'm not violating your civil
You're
rights.
violating my civil rights.
You need to go.
You took an oath to defend the United States Constitution. And first of all, you grabbed me. You scratched up my arm.
There's no scratches on your arm.
Bro, you grabbed me hard as hell. You grabbed me hard as f***.
Oh.
All right? Patel, at least when Patel went to grab me, it was more like he was moving me. He didn't really grab me. It was more like he was asking me to move, which is, I respect that. But you going to
Don't come inside, Chris.
Huh?
Don't come inside, please.
Why not?
Because you're removed from the property, Chris. We're not doing this all night.
Still the property.
Chris, do not step inside here, all right?
Chambers. It's not my fault he's not educated, all right? It's not my fault.
You're going to be educated in about 2 seconds. And what an arrest is.
And what am I going to be arrested for?
Disorderly conduct.
I'm not being disorderly.
You are
I'm not being disorderly. This is a stretch. Disorderly conduct. Disorderly conduct is a real stretch here.
No, it's not. Read the statute, Christos.
First of all, removed and trespassed are two different things. All right.
Okay, we're gonna leave him here.
If I'm being removed from council chambers, I'm allowed to stand outside council chambers. This is the only time.
Come upstairs, you're gonna be arrested.
All the way outside.
You come upstairs, you're getting arrested.
If I come upstairs, I'm getting arrested.
Chris, do not do it. No, you cannot step in here either. So.
Why not? This is a public building. I'm still in the public.
Stay outside the door.
I'm still in the public.
Chris, stay outside the door.
You guys, that's why he came to this.
The officer warned him he'd be arrested if he even spoke to council members outside, which was a direct violation of his First Amendment rights. Peacefully speaking to public officials in a public space isn't disorderly conduct, it's constitutionally protected. But the cop wasn't enforcing the law. He was enforcing silence. He had no authority to remove someone from a public meeting just because he didn't like the questions being asked.
And he was told to give me a hard time, The moment I came, he's brand new in here, and that's why the moment you guys came, you told me I can't go upstairs, which is my legal right, but I let it go.
Stop
No,
here, okay?
Arrest me. Just finish
There's
it
no
off,
reason-
Todd, and
there's no
arrest
reason
me.
for this.
Todd,
Chris,
arrest
Chris,
me.
stop.
You're a Marine, right?
Chris,
arrest me.
stop screaming.
No.
Stop screaming.
Arrest me, Todd.
All right. He's
Arrest
gonna close
me,
the door.
Todd.
Let's walk out.
You're a Marine, right? You're a Marine? You became a Marine to violate people's civil rights. Any threat me if I go upstairs, so that insinuated I can even be down. You know how far I walked just in the heat just to participate in this meeting as a member of the board? You're still here. Of course I'm still here. It's my right to be here, sir. I was asked to leave that. First of all, I wasn't even asked to leave that room. Todd asked me, not the council president. So I'll stand out here when the council members come out here.
Then you'll be arrested. If you bother them, you're going to be arrested.
I'm a journalist. I can
You're
ask
not a journalist.
I can ask Deal if he gave
You're not a
order for me
journalist.
to be removed.
You're a moron
I'm
with
not
an iPhone.
I'm a
You're not a
moron with an
journalist.
iPhone? All right.
You're not a journalist.
I have things I think
You're
about
not
you
a
too, but I'm
journalist.
going to keep it to myself
You're
because
not a journalist.
I'm more professional than you.
You're not a journalist.
All right.
You disturb people when they come out, you're going to be arrested.
The officers claimed a disturbance was created, but the only thing unfolding on camera was someone calmly asserting his rights. He explained that he was invoking protections under the Americans with Disabilities Act. When they grabbed him, that part was conveniently ignored. And prepare yourself for the cops' excuses. Spoiler alert, they're pretty poor.
Is that so?
That's so.
I'm not going to disturb anyone. I'm
Okay.
allowed to do my news story.
Okay.
All right.
You create a disturbance. When they leave, you're going to be
You
arrested.
told me if I came back up here, I'm going to be arrested.
You're just really pushing your luck, Chris, though. You're pushing it. You should have been arrested already.
I shouldn't have been arrested
You
already.
should have been arrested
I mean, you
already.
could have arrested me, and then when I went to court, it's going to all be thrown out. The council president didn't ask me to leave. You asked me to leave. When I was in the middle of... I was
and
trying
yet
to
you
go
stand
up,
here in a hallway. You want
I can go up there and say I'm the president
Lower
of
your voice.
Russia.
Use your
I
inside
can
voice,
go
Chris,
out
though.
there and
You're
say
out
I'm the
here because
president
you're
of
yelling in
Russia.
there and creating
I
a
wasn't
disturbance.
yelling out there. I was walking up to your officer to let him know I have American with Disabilities Act and to please respect my right. I was in the middle of that. Okay. And you removed me.
Just
Officer
keep
Patel,
changing.
your body camera even will
you
show
just
that.
keep changing.
I keep changing?
You keep changing.
Okay. Okay. You don't even know.
You created a disturbance. That's
I did
why
not
you were
create
removed.
this. No, I wasn't.
The cop admitted he removed him without a direct order from any council official and tried to backpedal by repeating that he was being disorderly, but the footage showed otherwise, right? The activist was mid-sentence, informing another officer about his ADA protections when he was grabbed and thrown out. They almost put cuffs on him just for saying scumbag.
The council president
You created a disturbance. That's why you were removed.
Did somebody give you were you given the order for me to be removed?
You created the disturbance. That's why you were removed.
You don't have the authority to remove people.
Oh, really?
Unless they're being disorderly, and I wasn't.
You
I
were
was
being
walking...
disorderly.
No, I wasn't.
You were.
No, I
Trust me.
wasn't.
You
no,
were.
I wasn't. Okay, we'll take that up. We'll take that up in court. We'll take it up in court.
You refused to leave on your own accord.
Nobody.
After you were asked to
They
leave.
told me I could be removed. Nobody gave the order
were
for me to
removed.
be removed. You removed me without being given the order. Correct.
You were being disorderly.
No, I was not.
You were.
Walking up to Officer Patel
Well,
to let
that's
him
a-
know
that's a matter of opinion, I
American
guess,
with
then, isn't it?
Disabilities Act. Well, if you want to be a tyrant and say that, good for you. Good for you.
Chris, let's take a walk outside. Come on.
No, I don't. I'm not
I just want to talk to you
walk
outside.
anywhere. I want you guys to arrest me. I want you guys
There's no
to
reason
arrest
for
me
that,
so I
Chris.
can go further with my lawsuit. No.
Chris, there's
I
no
want to
reason
go
for
further
that.
with my civil rights lawsuit.
Chris, there's no-
I did nothing illegal. I wasn't even asked to leave.
You know, the issue gets pushed. At some point, you can be banned from this building for forever.
Actually,
If
if
you're
it's
that much of a trouble,
in a-
right?
huh? So you don't know the sunshine law. You're just talking out your ass.
No,
The
I'm not
sunshine
talking
law
out my
says you
ass.
get kicked out of one meeting, you're allowed in the next. If it's a combined meeting, I can be kicked out the first half and be allowed in the second
If
half.
somebody files a complaint, to have you permanently removed from this building at all times because you're a danger to everybody.
I'm a danger to everyone? You're an
Anybody
idiot.
can say anything. Look at all.
The officer started lashing out and accused the activist of upsetting the crowd and calling him an idiot. He tried to shift the blame, as if the public's discomfort justified suppressing someone's rights. However, it's no surprise that this officer doesn't know the law very well, which is pretty unfortunate for someone who's literally called law enforcement.
People, you enticed a riot in here practically.
You're an idiot.
You got everybody all upset.
And you work for me? Yeah.
Yeah, I work for everybody.
Is it my
I
fault
don't
that
just
there are a
work for
bunch of
you.
snowflakes?
Did you see what you did to everybody in that room?
A bunch of
Did
snowflakes?
you see all those people in there? Did you see what
their
you
feelings-
created?
their feelings
That's what
don't
we're trying to
matter.
tell you. And you don't want to
Their-
listen to
Their
us.
feelings don't matter to
Did
me.
you see what you created?
Then the
in that
officer Todd
office?
should have removed.
Just ignore him. Just don't. Just ignore him. All right. I understand. We got. Yeah, that's fine.
The president doesn't do his
Yeah.
job.
No, well, we don't want anybody to
Yeah,
get
it's real
upset.
funny
Just
to
keep
Real funny.
That's fine.
Yeah, because you've been through this before. You
Make
should
sure
know
the
that.
firefighters aren't freaking doing drugs in the fire department, all right? Make sure they're taking their drug test and not doing drugs. How about that? Yeah.
Chris, if you give, here's the thing.
I'm sure they
Chris,
do.
hear me out. Chris, can you hear me?
They OD in the firehouse,
Chris.
and then you guys cover it up depending on who it is. Yeah. You chose to come into this public building. I'm a lifelong resident over here, my whole life. Yeah. Are you even from Edison? Are you even from Edison? Yeah.
There's kids out here. I don't want to cause a scene with anybody here. All right?
I don't want to cause a scene either. That's why I'm asking you to stay away from me. You're the one instigating something right now.
All right. I'm done talking to you.
When the activist reminded them of their duty to protect his rights, the officer did nothing. He stood by silently, refusing to act even as his colleagues harassed a resident for doing something completely legal. That's dereliction of duty, plain and simple. But clearly, this officer saw his role as backing up bad behavior, not upholding the law. It's honestly pathetic how easily they abandon the Constitution when it's inconvenient.
You're going to get recorded, and you're going to get recorded for dereliction of duty. You know what dereliction of duty is? You're supposed to enforce my rights too, and you're refusing to do that. You're going along with that freaking pig over there. That freaking pig right there. No, I'm not going to stop it. Instigate
Chris,
problems.
just step back a little bit.
I don't
From
have
us.
to step back. You
From
can
us.
step back from me.
I'm not stepping back from you.
Well, I'm not stepping back from you. Because I stood here first. I actually stood over there, and I moved over here to step away from you.
I violate my personal space. I'm going to do what I need to protect myself.
You violated my personal space numerous times. You violated my personal space numerous times along with your two officers harassing me, screaming at an Edison resident to do something they don't have to do. And you don't even enforce my rights. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. This is exactly why there's such a problem with the community, the disconnect between the community and the police department. Because you guys think you want. And when you're told that you can't do something, you go ahead and do it anyway. So they told me I was going to be kicked out for coming back upstairs. I came back upstairs knowing that you're allowed to stand outside those doors because I've been told this time and time again. I actually know this from Edison, I know this from Woodbridge. But they told me, yeah, if I come inside or if I come back up here, I'm going to be arrested.
The activists knew exactly what was happening. They were daring him to give them a reason to arrest him, even though they had none. He explained that if they did it, it would be illegal, but they still wasted hours of his time just to prove a point. And he was right. That's usually how abuse of power plays out. Cops don't need to be right, they just need time and a form.
So they must know I'm allowed to be up here, because if they could do it, they would have done
You're
it.
given a lot of leeway. That's the problem. That's what's going on.
I'm being given leeway?
You're given
You
leeway
think
right now.
I'm being given-
You're,
I'm
no,
gonna
you're
move to
being
keep
given
the
leeway.
space. I'm not being given
In about
leeway.
3 seconds, you're not going to have any more leeway.
Not going to have any more
You're not going to have any more leeway. You're going to be arrested.
No, the Constitution, I'm not, no one's giving me leeway.
Listen, I don't need
I
your
understand.
edification on the Constitution of the United States.
I
Trust me.
understand you can illegally
I can
arrest
read.
me.
Trust me.
And then I'll be asked, 2 hours later, I'll have to leave whatever until you guys write up your paperwork. But at the end of the day,
It's not worth the aggravation, Crystal.
I think
You're not
it
worth
is.
the aggravation.
As an American citizen, I do think it's worth the aggravation for me to even go, worst case scenario, 2-3 hours in there and then come out and beat the case just because this is wrong. What's going on is wrong. And
you're creating a disturbance.
I'm not
These
creating
people are here
a disturbance.
trying to celebrate the moment, and you're creating a disturbance.
These people came here and created a disturbance. Sam Joshi's people came here and created a disturbance. You were supposed to enforce my rights. Detective name and badge number?
House.
Huh?
House 380.
Half 380?
Just go on. Just go. You don't need to be here. Just go. We'll take care of this.
Yeah, they'll shoot me later.
The cop claimed he didn't remove the activist on his own, but that's exactly what he did. Then came the word games about being allowed to remove him, all just to pressure him into masking up or backing down. It's laughable that these officers think no one notices their manipulation. And if you thought he'd soon run out of excuses, get ready, because what the cop says next will shock you.
Nobody asked me to be removed in there. You took it upon yourself, and at the end of the day,
I didn't take it upon myself, trust me.
You could have removed me without have been so
You were
aggressive.
asked to leave, you refused to do so.
I was not asked to leave. They
You were
said
asked to
I
leave,
could be
you refused to do
removed.
so.
They were playing word games to intimidate me to put the mask on. Don't tell me I'm not yelling.
Please don't yell.
Can you stop
Use
yelling?
your inside voice, okay?
Use your inside voice. I don't have to. I don't have to. You're not the, so what decibel can I not go past?
Just be courteous. let it run along. Just let him.
If I went for mayor, absolutely this guy's getting fired. He's laughing about it, but there's always that small possibility.
I know you have a better chance of hitting the Powerball than you do being mayor. That's what I know.
Okay. I might not win, but they said the same thing. I did get 4,000 votes last year, and you know how much the mayor won? 4,700 votes. Just think about that. I got 4,000 votes without being on a party line. So, yeah, I wouldn't be laughing about that. They already put Democrats, Joseph Luestro and Pai Almeida to keep me off the line. That's what scumbags these cops are here in Edison Township. Real Republican ones.
You're cursing in front of little kids now. You're cursing in front of little kids.
Stop moving me into the
Little kids. If it wasn't manipulation, I don't know what is. The officer claimed the man was disturbing the children who were present, but it's clear he was just looking for an excuse to arrest him. With cops who don't know when to stop, it's something like this that was bound to happen. What follows is the final outcome of a case that's already bound to explode from the start.
There, and you're sitting there swearing. Little kids there, and you're sitting there swearing.
You're hurting me, sir.
Children. You have to talk like that in front of children.
I'm gonna get the body cameras because you overly did that aggressively.
Get his name.
Sir, come with me.
Just get his name. Just give you his name.
Can you bring my stuff?
What's your name, sir? Spell it.
Last name.
Phone number?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Thank you.
Need this for something?
We may need to contact you if anything.
What happened?
Just as a witness. Thank you. Grab 2 more people's information here.
Let's be realistic. The cop who was so worried about someone cursing in front of children suddenly decided to cause a much bigger scene. Honestly, by arresting a man who did nothing wrong, I think he ended up traumatizing those kids more than someone simply exercising their constitutional rights.
Just meet me downstairs. I'll be in the lobby. All right. Excuse me, sir. All right. Can I just grab your name, your information, please?
I'm sorry?
Your first name and last name?
My first name is...
And a phone number, please?
Yeah. May I know what this is for?
We may need to contact you just as a witness to his actions. Thank you.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Can I just get your first and last name, please?
At the end, you can hear the police trying to collect witness statements, potentially trying to justify the charge of disturbing the peace. Of course, the people who were given the chance to speak were practically pressured into repeating the same story as the officers. This only shows once again that some cops truly believe they're untouchable. You would think this kind of behavior would be the exception, but it keeps happening again and again. And if you think this case was bad, wait until you see what's coming next. Make sure to stick around because our next video is going to show you just how deep this problem really goes.